So hello, welcome one and all to what is certainly in terms of international football in Latin America, the ultimate grudge match. Two absolute superpowers who also happen to be neighbours on a continent widely recognised as football's home. It is a rivalry that has a history which lasts well over a century and has of course been ranked top of all footballing rivalries by media and supporters alike. It comes as little surprise then that this game is considered to be international football's equivalent of the Super Classico. The 11 of Brazil, the 11 of Argentina, some of them friends, many foes in club football, lining up for a united cause. It is quite a scene here in this grand Colosseum bearing the name of the former president of its illustrious occupants, Estadio Antonio Vespuccio Liberti, but of course we know it much better as the Mas Monumental. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Well, this is a friendly, but a friendly only in name.
Well, we never really did friendly derbies, not when I was playing, Peter. But it's impossible to keep rivalries in check, completely in check. So while I'm not expecting everything to go flying at 100 miles an hour, this could get spicy.
So that's got things underway. Yet another page in the history of this grand old rivalry. Well read, nice interception. Joelinton has got himself a free kick. It's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Bruno Guimaraes. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Bruno Guimaraes, is going to be the man who I see as the one who brings balance to the team. I think when he's on the ball, yes, he can be a strong runner, but he's become a very central pivot now in making sure that he helps break lines going forward and denies line breaking for his defence. So he's become a big factor now in any team he functions in.
Okay, interesting. Fernandez. And he's cut it out. Rafinha. And they can counter here. Acuna.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Joelinton, Bruno Guimaraes. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. He could be in here, and the finish! Goal, Brazil! That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's a measured delight. The curl he applied was immaculate.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Nice ball, and he's in here. Messi! And he's found the net! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
Argentina grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Yeah, it's always a dangerous time when you've just scored. You can easily lose focus, and then bang, you're pegged back again.
Oh, shooting chance! Goal! Argentina! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! What do you think now about that goal?
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Argentina get themselves into the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
That's been cut out, well played. Now it's Bruno Guimaraes, just eases him off the ball. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here.
Brazil clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next, Peter. It has to be with a mean cutting edge.
Gets his pass away. Can he put it away? Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, we call that a slide rule pass. Time to absolute perfection. Quality ball.
Oh, lovely bit of skill. He's looking to set free a runner. It's a mighty effort! Oh, the ball's run loose here. McAllister. This is promising. And Messi! And he hits the net! And they're at it again in double quick time! How do you look back on that goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
So the lead now is 2.
Look, this position ought to convince them to increase their lead. I think they should be really positive about this now, Peter.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on. He gets big! Messi.
Oh, it's die-hard defence and the willingness to put his body on the line. Very impressive.
Rafinha. Fernandes. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Danilo. Linton. He's got away. And there's the end of the first half.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. Argentina head in for half-time with a 3-1 lead. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. It's a good foot in there. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. He's not got that quite right. Lovely feet. Alvarez! And the keeper's relieved to see that disappear wide.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Oh, they could be caught out here. And the shot! And that is one way to get his defending done. Argentina with the corner, they're first. And it's been taken short. No way through, so back it comes. Brazil are looking to go forward now. Gabriel. And it's Marquinhos. Rafinha. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Strong running down that left flank. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fernandez. Oh, and he's through the middle. He's one-on-one. There's the shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
That's the threat he carries, Peter, running at defences like that. If only he managed to retain his composure.
Danilo. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that.
La cantidad de espectadores de este
Rafinha.
partido fue de 61.052.
De Paul. And he was quick to react. Gabriel. De Paul. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Neymar. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And that has been clubbed away. Romero. Acuna. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Peter, I can't stress enough the need to get to this fella quickly. They can save themselves a whole lot of hassle.
That's a decent clearance. And he's there to get it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. De Paul. Fernandez will set up two. Alvarez! They are rampant! And they are cruising away.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Gol de Argentina.
Brazil can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Argentina blast themselves into a 3-goal lead. Good running, strong and purposeful. Alvarez. Bruno Guimaraes. And he's managed to get free. Messi. To McAllister.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Bruno Guimaraes.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Molina deals with that comfortably. Alvarez. De Paul. De Paul. Alvarez. Alvarez had a really good go at breaking through, but ultimately he was just about kept out.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire, the decision-making we can't. He learned from it.
Gabriel kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he latch on to this? Ah, now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Stood up well to him there.
Se agregarán 3 minutos al tiempo
Acuna was in
reglamentario.
no mood for any of that. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Fernandez. Oh no, what has happened here? Yeah, he's fouled him there. Linton. And Pepe. And time is up. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there it is. What struck you most about that?
Argentina really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.